it's me, Renee. I'm back. And yeah, so I saw the two first Percy Jackson, let's say movies, episodes, and yeah, just so happy. Like, today I woke up and I saw, like, oh, they're already out because they were posted earlier than supposed to. I was like, oh, cool. Like, I woke up early and, like, on the original time slot, it was supposed to, like, come Norwegian morning, and then it came then it came Norwegian night. So it's like, yeah, I woke up and it was already available. And I'm like, I need to be awake more. I need to get rest and stuff. So I did end up taking a shower, just doing some stuff, and just kind of becoming more awake, because you don't want to watch Percy Jackson being like, oh, I'm so tired. You want to be awake for it. So yeah, I did some cleaning. I took a shower, and then I decided 9 my time morning. I watched the first episode, and I just sat there with like a huge smile on my face, and I just had a smile on my face the whole episode, and I was just so excited. And yeah, like you might expect, like people who've seen like the two episodes before, because some people saw it last week, and they said it's good. And well, honestly, they're wrong. It's not good. It's absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. I mean, yes, they did some changes in the first episode, but like the fact that, spoiler, like the fact that they move things up a bit, like in the books, misdads happen and at the very beginning, and then after a while they go to, like, that's after some months they go to camp. Here they do it like a few days after. But like, honestly, I feel like that's fine. I mean, you should make things go faster in TV series, but also like in books. I mean, in books you have the space to give things time to breathe, which I suppose you also do in TV series. But I feel like, yeah, you didn't really need to have that all the time. So yeah, I didn't mind that change. And also, I liked seeing younger Percy, like, yeah, younger Percy, hearing about why he was named, what was named. I like that. It was very nice. And yeah, just great cast, great script, just so good. And at the end, of course, I cried a bit because Sally, Sally. I mean, I know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I suppose Rick could have been mean and like do something else at the end of that of the season, but I don't think it's gonna change Sally's ending. That would just be way too mean. Like, if you're gonna do that. Um, but still, I mean, even thinking that I know how it ends, I'm just still so sad, like, watching it happen. It's like, no. And the actor doing Sally, Virginia is her name, just so good, so good. And yeah, it's just amazing. I watched the first episode, and then I said, you know what, I want a little break, so I posted about my happiness on Instagram or Bookstagram. A friend of mine said she might read the books because everyone training about it. I'm like, yes, you have to read them. It's what I told her. Made some tea, put on episode 2, and was like, oh, we're at camp. And yeah, it was also very good. Though honestly, I feel like a lot of people said like they feel like the Luke casting is very good. I'm like, I don't really feel like the Luke casting is that great. Or like, so far, I'm not really feeling he's doing a great job at acting. Maybe that's just me, but I'm not hating him. I'm just kind of loving the others more. So yeah, but also Mr. D. Oh my God, the perfection, Mr. D. I mean, it is the perfect cast to have Jason Mantzoukas as Mr. D. He's so amazing. I mean, top notch. I kinda want a Mr. D spin-off now, really. I mean, in the book, like, Mr. D, he's not like a huge character, and like I like him, like he's a fine character. But like here in Duties, he's just amazing, and yeah, I mean, Jason Mantzoukas, perfect job. I kind of, yeah, I kind of just want. Well, I suppose also in general, like, if someone gave Jason Mantzoukas a like lead in a TV series, I would so be here for it, because he is just the best. the best. It is so amazing. Yeah, I love it so much. Just great. Episode 2 as well. I feel like it's been a while since I read the first book. I did start reading the first book again yesterday, and I did start reading it in moment reading it in Spanish, Espanol. Yeah, I know Spanish. Humble brag, but yeah, I do. Yeah, like a lot of people often talk about like how Europeans know all languages. I think it's most common, I suppose, all in some way, but like if you're in Norway at least, it's most common to just know Norwegian and English. Though some people kind of feel like they don't know English, but like you have pretty good grasp of English. Like the English teaching in school is not that bad really, and you have movies in English and whatnot. But a third language is not that common in Norway. Now I might be wrong, but I feel like it's not that common in Norway. But yeah, I've been lucky. I've lived in Chile, in Latin America, so and I've took Spanish in class, and yeah, so I can read in Spanish. So I started reading this one yesterday. I think maybe I thought I had read this one before, like in Spanish, but I was reading it yesterday. I was like, no, I don't remember reading it before. Um, so I suppose in a way, I can't be 100% sure that I'm understanding all this because I know Spanish or because I know the book so much, because I read the book so much in English and Norwegian that I kind of know it by heart in a way. But still, yeah, it's quite nice to be back in this world. Uh, I kind of had like an idea to like finish this book before I watched the episodes, but like, yeah, I couldn't help myself. Like, I started this yesterday, so I just got like 3 chapters into it, so I didn't get that far, and I couldn't stop myself from watching the episodes today. So, yeah, but I'm gonna continue with this anyway because I mean, it's not like season 2 is coming tomorrow, so I mean, it's book 1 time, I would say in a way. Does this mean I'm gonna read this every week until we get the first episode of season 2? Maybe not, but like I suppose it could. Also, a bit fun here, yeah, because it's kind of a edition that came out a long time ago. So at the end inside is a picture of Rick, the author, and he looks so young. Not like he's an ancient now, but like yeah, he just looks so different here. I suppose he still has kind of slightly grey hair, but here he has a bit more brown hair. So it's just kind of weird just look at him that way, really. And yeah, yeah, and yeah, just in general, love the first 2 episodes. After watching them, I went and saw the Happy Sad Confused interview that Josh Horwich did with the cast, well, with a trio, and then Beck and Rick and Becky, and yeah, that was also very good. So yeah, I mean, Josh Horwich, I would say it's a very good interviewer. So that's not really a surprise, right? Also, yeah, as you might see, I did my hair blue because Percy Jackson, of course. I found this blue T-shirt. Had to do it today. I did go yesterday to just try to find like Percy Jackson clothes. I did not find that. That's kind of sad. I'm crossing my fingers so that everyone is gonna watch Percy Jackson like these 2-3 days, and then maybe like watch him lots next week because I mean, I kind of want them to watch it this weekend also. But like this weekend is Christmas. Do you want people for Christmas to be watching TV, or do you want them to talk to each other? You kind of want people to talk to each other during Christmas. But like next week, well, when it's in between Christmas and New Year's, yes, then you can watch the Percy Jackson series episodes over and over and over again. And then I'm kind of hoping that like the 5th of January we'll know that we'll have season 2 entry. I mean, that would kind of be fun to get that announced. That would be the best. Sorry. Did I have anything more now to add about Percy Jackson? Not at the moment. I'm gonna be reading on with this book. And then you might be thinking, well, now it's the end of this this video. No, I'm gonna do this as a kind of like intro to like this video, as you see from the title, which is Waiting on Wednesday, or Waiting on Wednesday books with sequels coming out next year. So I'm going to show you because as you might know, I'm not that great at booktubing, videoing. Like I never like post pictures here because I don't know how to do it. I want to learn it, but I don't know how at the moment. But yeah, I have some books in series here that are getting sequels this next year. So I'm gonna show them to you so you can also be happy with me for these books getting sequels. And also, I suppose you can also check out the rest of this series before the sequels comes next year. I'm just yeah. Some of these some of these I'm going to show you the first book. Some of these I'm going to show you the second book. I mean, the point is just kind of show a book from the series and then know that this has a continuation coming. So yeah. Sorry. First we have another book in the Winchester siblings series by Erica Ridley. This being the first book. So I was about to say last year. This year the fourth book came out, and then of course next year we're getting the fifth book because it's a oh, I didn't see this. No, cool. So this book takes place. It's set in 1800. I want to say 1800 England. Do we have like yeah, 1817, like so eight, and it all takes place around the same time. So like 1817, 1819, 18, yeah, those years. And yeah, like they're and they're all like this all romance, but also with a heist or mystery twists. And it follows like the love story of an adopted sibling family. So this being the first book, came out a few years ago now. And so far there's 4 books, and the 5th book, because it's a long, big sibling, many siblings. I think there's 7 siblings, 8, 7, 6, something like that. So yeah, the next one is coming in next year, obviously. The one that came out this year was Marjorie's book. So next year's book, I should know this by heart. You know what? I'm gonna check it. Give me a moment. Yes. So next year's story is Elizabeth's story. We don't really have a cover or name or anything like so far. It's probably going to be coming in the fall because that's when her books usually come out. But yeah, if you like heists or mystery, if you like romance, if you like fun, great characters, check out this series. Though to be honest, I would say the first book is the best. The other ones are good. The first one you have to read, but you can read them all, of course. And then we have sorry. Yep. Sorry. Give me a moment. So this here is the Veronica Speedwell, Speedwell series, or Veronica Speedwell mystery series. This is the third book, which I've been working on for a while. Have not finished it yet, as you see by the mark earlier here. But yeah, I mean it's been out for a while. So like the book that came out this year was the 9th book, I want to say. But I'm pretty sure it's not finished yet. So next year's book will be the 10th book, and of course I'm gonna read that as well. Kind of want to catch up on the series. So yeah, I'm gonna reading a lot of those next year. But also it has a sequel coming out. So and also I love the first 2 books in the series. So yeah, if you like mystery, if you like underdogs, unconventional heroines, check out this series. It's historical mystery and yeah, very very good. Sorry. And then we have the Gunkel, which is getting a sequel, which was kind of weird because this one came out now I think 2 years ago, and it kind of felt like a very good standalone. But yeah, it's getting a sequel, which I suppose I'm not against that. I think the sequel is taking place like like 5-6 years after the first book. I suppose maybe it's more spin-off then. Does the sequel have to be taking place straight after the first book? Is there a reason, a rule for that? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. So the Gunkel is adult slice of life story. because it's not really about love story. It's not really about anything. It's just kind of, yeah, life happening. And I suppose, yeah, the main character, he's gay, he's an uncle, and he has to take care of his niece and nephew some months, and then they learn to love each other more and get to know each other and whatnot. And the sequel, it's, yeah, same characters, just set a few years after this book. And yeah, I'm excited to read more on this. Sorry. And then we have The Troublemakers, which is coming out in January. So I already talked about this one last week, a few weeks ago, when I talked about books coming out in January. So this is the second book in this, I want to say trilogy. I might be wrong here. Anyway, this is the second book. I got it from the library. Have not read it yet, but yeah. Uh, but yeah, it's the second book in and yeah, the third book it come next week, next week, next year. Is a middle grade magical whimsical story. Like, it's magical esque. It's set in London, and it's not really set in specific year, but set like sometime in 1800s. And like you have like specific, like you have London, you have England, you have like things that are very real, and then you have things like magical clothing, magical hats. Like, there's some mystical elements to it. So I feel like it's kind of like, it's not very fancy involved. It's some fancy in there, but it's not a lot fancy, I would say, in a way. Like, slightly fancy, sorry. But also, yeah, it's charming and funny, and I would say quite different than a lot of other things I read. So yeah, check out the series if that sounds like your kind of thing. Sorry. And then we have the fourth book in the League of Shadows series. This is the first book. I have the second book. I've not read it yet. I want to do it soon. But yeah, and the third book's already out. So next year, the fourth book is out. This is a middle grade series all about Latin American or Latinx mythology. So it takes place like with the mythology around Latinx. So it takes place like in Mexico, but also like myths and history from Portugal, but also Spain. So like all around those places. And yeah, it's just very very good book. I read this one, I want to say 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 1 year, I think, maybe 2 years. Anyway, not that very long ago, and it is amazing, amazing. Good book. Like, this doesn't really get talked about that much, and I feel like more people should really check it out. It is amazing. Yeah, honestly, yeah. If you like Percy Jackson, check out this book. It is very much the same style, same dealio, and yeah, you need to check it out. Sorry. And then we have the third book in the Ministry of Unladylike Activity. So far, I don't feel like we have a title for it, but I'm pretty sure it's coming out. Yeah, it is coming out because I just have to double check my head like if this is a duology, but yeah, it's at least a trilogy. I think it might be a quartet. Oh yeah, anyway, like a new book is coming out next year. This is I want to say middle grade. Yeah, it's a middle grade because the characters are like 12, 13, 12, 13, 11. Uh, they're crime solvers during Second World War, and yeah, in England, but also I think second book I think they go abroad someplace, and yeah, it's just very very good story. If you like Agatha Christie, it's kind of the same style, like, so kind of that style related to it, and yeah, love this series. You need to check it out. Sorry. And then we have the Nick Blake and the Remarkables book 2. As of yet, we don't really have a title. Am I wrong here? I don't think we have a title. No. I think pretty sure it's supposed to be the first. This is the first in the trilogy. And actually, I heard an interview with Angie saying she kind of wanted like several series, but like there being an series and then to like have a trilogy and then another trilogy with the same characters but just sometime later. So I suppose in a way you could like read one trilogy and finish, but like, yeah, different trilogies in the same universe. And yeah, I really very much enjoyed this first book. Like, it's urban fantasy with like magical cities, but also like real cities, like New Orleans, like magical. And yeah, this was an amazing read. So can't wait for the sequel coming up next year. And then, of course, have to mention the Challenge of the Gods 2. Does this one have a title? I think maybe it does. No, I'm gonna check it out. Give me a moment. This sequel to this one has a title. It's called Wrath of the Triple Goddess, coming up next September. So it's kind of quite fun because first we heard about this like, oh cool, a new standalone, and then turns out no, it's gonna be a trilogy. So I feel like in a way I suppose you could like read this and not read the second book because because this one kind of wraps things up, and also because this one takes place like in the middle of like in the middle in a way of like the timeline, so you kind of know like if you read Apollo the Trials of Apollo, you know that Percy isn't dead. So yeah, I suppose still you wouldn't really kill Percy. I suppose some authors would, but like Rick, I don't really think he ever would. But yeah. So yeah, The Wrath of the Triple Goddess. Very excited to read that one because yeah, of course, it's gonna be amazing. Oh, it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop there because yeah, Daughter of the Deep wasn't that good, but everything in the Percy Jackson universe is amazing. So I'm just gonna yeah. Then we have the sequel to Over Emotional by David Fenn. I just actually saw a post about this, so give me a moment. I'm gonna find it here because it has some fun things about it. So, sequel is coming in March next year. It's called Overthinking. It has new allies, new powers. It's set in London. More jokes. Of course, you need more jokes. More mysteries. More gay shenanigans. And the Rosetta Stone flying at an 18-year-old at 100 miles an hour. Yeah, that just sounds amazing. And yeah, this was one of my favorite reads of this year. I feel like I've forgotten to talk about it for bits, but yeah, it is very good. It's kind of like X-Men for teens because it's kind of very much the same style. And also at the end there is like a very creepy mad scientist. So if you like that kind of things, definitely check this out. And yeah, there's gays and queers, whatever, all over. So yeah, check out this book and this series. Then we have the third book in the Mari series. I think it was supposed to come out this year, and then it didn't. So I'm pretty sure it's coming out next year. At least hoping that it is. We don't have a title for that one as of yet, but I love the first two books, so I'm gonna love the third one. Of course. I'm just saying that. Probably gonna love it for as well. And if you have not read Amara books, what are you doing with your life? Buy it for yourself now. Put it on your Christmas wish list or use it for like a Christmas gift card. Use money for this one. Yes, I mean, you need to check out this series. Then we have the third and final. In the, I feel like this has a series name. I might be wrong. I probably wouldn't say here. Yeah, anyway, in the Bone Spindle trilogy. So this is YA sapphic and more love story with but also mystery and treasure hunting. It's kind of like Indiana Jones plus fairy tales, kind of very much that kind of style. And it reimagines fairy tales. It's not like a direct retelling. It's more like remix of reimagining, really. And yeah, so the third and final book, The Cursed Rose, is coming out in February. I feel like some people say it's coming out in January, some say it's February. Maybe it's February in UK. Yeah, it's coming out next year, soon. I feel like in like either February or January. So yeah, and yeah, I love this series so much. People need to check it out. So yeah, check out this series. And then we have a new Skullduggery book. Yeah, not that I have read all the Skullduggery series stories out there as of yet. Like, I mean, it's not really like I have to read all the other books before this next one comes out, because I'm just like talking about sequels that are coming out. And yeah, so yeah, this is going to be the first in another Skullduggery Pleasant series. I think you might think like, what? Another one? I mean, he just had two, and like one of them was like 9 books. Yes, but like, honestly, I don't really mind it, because I feel like this world is just so huge that you could do so much with it. That it's just an amazing, amazing series. I did see someone mention this and talk about it being like horror comedy, and like, horror comedy. Well, I suppose in a way maybe, because I mean quite a lot of scenes are quite creepy and scary. But like I've read the most of the books and I've been fine. Though I've skimmed quite a lot of the scenes as well. So yeah. Anyway, and another Skullduggery Pleasant series is coming. Suppose you could start with that series if you want, or you could start with the first series here. Well, this is the second book I'm holding up, but yeah, you get my point. And yeah, sorry. And then we have the second book in the Benevolent Society of Ill-Mannered Ladies. This being an adult mystery slash romance. No, you know what? I'm just going to say it's an adult mystery slash comedy. There's romance in it, but it's not really like, it's more like a F plot. It's not really like a or B plot. It's like, it's not very much in it really. Well, maybe more like a C plot. It's not like F plot. Yeah, I wouldn't really say it's a romance, but it's just, yeah, very, very good book. Very funny, very great characters, great mystery. Like, people sticking it to the man, and yeah, love it so much. And yeah, thinking like, yes, I think the author said that she had ideas for like many books in the series, but right now she has like a contract for 2 books. So like, buy this book, pre-order the second book, and we'll get all the books, please, 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 everyone. And yeah, then I'm gonna check out something here, because I feel like I might be wrong about something, but I might not be. There we are. Give me a little moment. I just have to double check. But yeah, the Mothers, or the Conjurers series. So this is the first book. Second book came out this year, and then the third book's coming next year. Or like, I feel like it's coming next year. It says coming soon on the website. So I'm saying, yeah, soon has to be next year. Like, can you call something soon if it's coming in 2005? 2000. Just phone. So yeah, can you call something soon if it's coming in 2 years? I won't really say so. So yeah. Anyway, the Mothers series, middle grade, Black Girl Magic, great. World, just amazing. Like, you need to check it out. Though I would say, like, it took me a little while to get into the world, into this book, because the world is just so big, and things happening all the time. But still, it was very good. So yeah, also very excited to get my hands on the second book. So yeah, and that, my dear friends, is all. I mean, not all, but yeah, quite a lot of the books that has sequels coming out next year that I'm so excited for. And yeah, of course, I'm just cross my fingers that Percy Jackson gets a season 2 next year, because I mean, we can't live in a world with Percy Jackson. Like, I mean, I suppose right now, what could happen is maybe that episode 2 and episode 4 and 3 are awful, but like, so far I don't really think that's gonna happen. But yeah, we can't really live in a world where we don't get season 2 and season 3 and 4 and 5. That's not. But yeah, yeah, also something I want to talk about. So yeah, as I said, I love the episodes. But like, already now, so like, they filmed the season 1 last year, and like, doing while they've been doing interviews lately, the cast, they already look like 15, 14, or 16-year-olds. It's like, oh, because like in the second book they're supposed to just be 13, like first book 12, then 13, 14, and like the last book he's supposed to be 16, and he kind of looks 16 already now. So I'm like, how's this gonna work? Are they gonna like do him like do AI with his face? Are they gonna like make up to his face to like make him look younger? But I suppose you have some people who look like they were 16 before they're 16. So I suppose you could just try to like have a Percy Jackson looking older than he is. But I feel like already he looks quite older than like he does in the first season. So like it's gonna be a bit jarring in a way to see season 2. But maybe they'll have like him wearing a hood the whole season 2, like so you can see his face looks older. I don't know. It's interesting conundrum, really. But I suppose, I mean, I'm not mad because like how he looks in the season 1, episode 2 and 3, 2 and 1 are amazing. Like he looks like a 12-year-old, so that's so good. I think maybe he was like 13 when we filmed it, so yeah. Anywho, that is it for me today, and yeah, I hope you also have checked out the PJO episodes, Percy Jackson, and oh yeah, also, uh, just because like I fangirled so much, I decided not to like put stop to it when the episode finished. But the credits, honestly, the credits are just so beautiful visually. It's kind of one of my favorite things about it, really, the whole series. And yeah, the credits are just so nice. I very much like it. And also like how at the end you see like a few scenes from next episodes, like oh cool, like also like what's happening next week. I like it. I love it. I love it. And yeah, if you have not checked out Percy Jackson the books or the TV series, what are you doing? If you haven't checked out these books, you should. And I'll see you soon. Bye.